regression video. So we'll start a little bit between differences between open and closed kinetic chains. Open kinetic chains usually involve one joint, kind of a simple movement, kind of isolation sort of movements. The distal joint is free to move in space, as opposed to closed, where the distal joint is usually against the ground or a wall or just unable to move freely. So to start, I'm going to be demonstrating open kinetic chain upper extremity exercise. I'm going to go with the dumbbell press. To progress this exercise, all I'm going to do is narrow my base of support, causing my stability to become a little less. So do this by putting my feet on the bench. Progress this exercise, making it a little harder. For progression, all I'm going to do is lower the weight. In this case, all I'm going to be lifting is the weight with my arms and having to overcome gravity. So by lowering the weight, you progress the exercise, making it easier. Next is going to be open lower extremity exercise. So for this, I chose leg extension. So with leg extension, here's the exercise. To progress this and make it harder, all I'm going to do is stand up, putting the stability onto just one foot. So with this one foot, once again, the base of support has become narrow, making the exercise harder. To regress this exercise and make it a little bit easier, all I'm going to do is place the band at a higher point, closer to my axis. So this lowers the distance in the resistance arm. By lowering the distance between the resistance arm and the axis, the amount of force required to do the exercise is decreased, therefore making the exercise easier. So next, the closed kinetic chain. So for closed kinetic chain, usually more complicated exercise. A lot of the time you need to get to stability in order to do them. So by decreasing stability, a lot of times you make an exercise harder. So to start the upper extremity, I'm going to be doing a push-up. To progress this and make it harder, narrow my base of support, going onto one foot. Once again, making the exercise harder. To regress the exercise and make it a little bit easier, all I'm going to do is start using kind of the law of inertia and momentum by kind of using the force I'm generating downwards and the force gravity is exerting on my body down to kind of bounce off the ground and come up. With the law of momentum, momentum doesn't really stop unless it's acted upon. So by using this momentum to bounce up, I'm halfway up when I'm doing the push-up, therefore less force is required. So kind of bouncing up makes the exercise a little bit easier. So next, closed kinetic chain, we're going to be doing squat. Simple squat. To make this exercise harder, I'm just going to redistribute the weight. So to press it and make it a little bit harder, I'm going to redistribute the weight to a higher point, raising my center of gravity, making the exercise a little bit harder. To make it a little bit easier, I'm going to redistribute the weight to a lower point. So now my center of gravity has been lowered, I'm a little more stable, making the exercise much easier. Hope these tips help you kind of with some ways to progress and regress your exercises. And yeah, have a good day.